Hello, you're watching Living Life with a Twist, and my name's Janine, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be talking about rosacea, and this is actually at the request of a hometown fan, Mr. Art Reyes. Hey, thanks for the suggestion, because I too have suffered from issues with redness. So I thought, well, this is a great opportunity to go on and talk about rosacea. So thank you, Art, for this idea, and here we go. When it comes down to rosacea, there are many factors that can cause it, and there's actually 4 different types of rosacea. It usually starts in your teens, 20s, and starts building up worse and worse throughout your life as you get older, because it's actually more of an inflammation issue, which is not news to anybody who has that. Of course, you know it's an inflammation issue, but it just tends to get worse as you get into your middle ages and get older. So I'm just going to read, I do have my cheat sheet here, a few of the symptoms. Now you could probably see redness here. Yes, I have that. I have it here, but I have makeup on. So it is, characterized by redness, spider veins, aka cuperose, swollen, painful skin, sensitive skin that reacts to certain cosmetic problems, that reacts to the sun. It can have acne-like bumps, it can have dry scaly patches, and it can also, around the nose, thicken your skin, kind of like W.C. Fields. He was an old Hollywood star. You could just, you'll definitely see his nose. And I have seen other people, but just, you know, he's who I was thinking of. I like old movies. Anyway, and then at the most extreme, it can affect your eyes. Not just the skin around your ocular area, but your eyes as well. So let's go over the 4 different types of rosacea. The first one is going to be the subtype 1, and that's going to be the mildest form. And I believe that that's actually what I have in here, but you can't see because I have makeup on, and I've also been doing some of the things that I'm going to tell you about as far as trying to help calm down my skin. The second one is subtype 2, and that is actually going to come out with more of those acne-type pustules and bumps. It can cause that. Now, subtype 3 is the one that has all of that, plus the swelling and the fluid retention in the area and the thickening of the skin around the nose, like the actor I said, W.C. Fields. As I said, please Google him. You will know immediately what I'm talking about and say, oh, okay, I've seen some of these people out and about. And then the 4th is going to be the ocular. So you have all of that, plus it's involved your eyes, and it could be a big problem. Red, runny, itchy eyes. Okay, so now that I've told you about the 4 types of rosacea, I want to talk to you about some of the things that you can do to ease your issues. One is you need to identify the triggers in your diet. I went through a lot of research to find that a lot of it is what they think is a whole body issue. And when they say whole body issue, they are specifically referring to your gastrointestinal tract not being correct, not being right. Maybe something's wrong, maybe you're allergic to something, and so you really need to see a doctor and get a blood test, or at the very least keep a food journal and try the elimination diet. And also, if you do the food journal, I think that you should pay attention to when you eat something, not only do you have a reaction on your face, but do your joints hurt? Because inflammation is inflammation, and that can lead to arthritis, that can lead to bumps on the skin. That can lead to a lot of things. So that's actually something that you need to pay attention to. You might find that when you do this elimination diet, that you find what you're allergic to, that some of your aches and pains go away, as well as your skin clears up. So look into probiotics and prebiotics. That's actually going to go, that's your gastrointestinal tract's happy place when it has probiotics and prebiotics. Those are happy bacteria that lives in your gut and makes your life a lot better. And so, okay, the second one is going to be sunscreen. It's non-negotiable, folks. The sun, yeah, I know I talk a lot about sunscreen and the aging of skin and skin cancer, but actually when it comes down to issues like rosacea, you do need to use sunscreen because the sun is a trigger. So make sure that you up your vitamin D supplement, and you get some of it when you walk outside with your arms. But the fact is that if you have rosacea and you go outside and sit in the sun and bake, or you go to a tanning bed and bake yourself like a rotisserie chicken, you are going to have a reaction. It just is what it is. sunscreen. That's right. Okay. And when we're talking about sunscreen, now I always talk about mineral over the man-made chemical sunscreens. Mineral is going to be your friend, especially even if you don't have rosacea, if you have sensitive skin, if you have sensitized skin due to acne issues, any of that. You do not want to use the chemical or the man-made chemical sunscreens because those will irritate your skin. The mineral that comes up out of the ground, the titanium dioxide, the iron oxide, the zinc oxide, all of those actually help to not only shield yourself from the sun, but it also will help to calm down some of that inflammation. Okay, so the next one is going to be use natural moisturizers and cosmetics. Okay, so when I talk about that, I'm talking about, some gentlemen, yes, they do wear makeup, but, generally I'm talking to the ladies, and so I'm going to say stick with your bare minerals, stick with your pure minerals, stick with those types of cosmetic products that are actually going to be more beneficial to your skin than not cause a reaction and a breakout. Okay, here is actually, it's it's lower down on my list, but when I kept doing research, I believe this one to be true. Stress. It's one that we all deal with. And unfortunately, when it comes to rosacea and some other skin issues like acne, but we're talking about rosacea today, stress is a huge factor in whether you're going to have what they call a flare-up. Okay, and so when we're talking about some of the supplements or herbs type of things that you can take internally or use the essential oils that you need to mix with the carrier oil before you put on your face, I'm talking about turmeric, I'm talking about ginger, aloe vera gel, raw honey. If y'all seen my videos, you know I love raw honey, I'm telling you. And okay, so I said the essential oils. Now, if you're looking for those essential oils that you're going to be using with a carrier oil, because when you put it right out of the bottle onto your skin, you do run the risk of burning yourself. You don't want to do that. So you definitely need a carrier oil. So that's going to be your tea tree oils, your lavender, eucalyptus, geranium, rose. Yes, all of those. Those are going to be great, as I said, mixed with your chemical sunscreen. But the one thing I really do want to stress, though, is that if you have insurance, you have the money to do so, please go see a dermatologist, because it actually, some of the symptoms of rosacea can mimic other issues. And those other issues are going to be pityriasis, these big words, which is different from psoriasis. It could be a mild form of hives. It could be eczema. It could be plain acne, and then it could just be your garden variety dermatitis, which is basically when you touch something, then touched your face, which has happened to me before, then you break out. But a doctor is going to be able to diagnose correctly. And here's the thing, if you've already made it through the subtype 1, 2, and 3, and you're hitting subtype 4, more than likely your dermatologist is going to have to refer you to an ophthalmologist who is going to help you figure out what drops to use, but you're going to have to see these physicians. Now, let's be real, rosacea is a skin condition. You will not die from rosacea. You will more likely die of embarrassment, because that's really what it is. It can affect the self-esteem, and so that's why I'm just trying to bring a few things to you today to talk to you about. So, and also along with the doctor, whether you're seeing a dermatologist first before you see the ophthalmologist, if it's that bad, of course, the doctor would make the recommendation. There are certain medications that you can go on. Even though this isn't bacterial or viral, the medications or steroids that they would put you on would be to limit your flare-up, to try to calm down that skin. They also have light therapy that your dermatologist would be able to help you out. Some estheticians have that type of thing that they can do in their clinics, at their salon that they do. But the main thing is see a doctor before you go and start doing some of these things to yourself. Okay, so now that I've talked about the 4 types and some of the things that can trigger that, let's talk about something that I thought it was interesting. It's kind of gross. It's a mite. It's called Demodex. Here's the thing, you really don't want to know it lives on your body. You could, put yourself in bleach and hot water, and you're still going to have little mites in your eyelashes. There's going to be mites, different It just is what it is, being a human being, and it's everybody. It's not you, it's not me, it is every single person on this earth. So, Demodex is a mite. Some people have it, some people don't, and doing research, some dermatologists believe that that could be one of the underlying issues. That doesn't mean that it's the underlying issue for every single person with rosacea. It's a tricky skin condition, which is why I do encourage you to see your doctor. But in the meantime, wear your sunscreen. Wear your sunscreen. Now, I use aloe vera gel 2 times a day. I mix it with my sunscreen and apply. Then at night, after I put my moisturizer on, I seal it in with aloe vera. I also use the raw honey as a mask and a treatment. So those type of things, plus actually the turmeric, I've been known to not only cook with it, but sometimes I'm like, okay, I feel the inflammation in my joints, as well as I've had some type of issues up here. So it doesn't taste the best, but I will put a teaspoon of turmeric in some water, mix it up, and down it, because turmeric is one of the earth's greatest anti-inflammatories. And again, rosacea is an inflammatory skin issue. As I said, you won't die from it, but you might die of embarrassment. So I do have a couple of products here, and I'm going to put all this information below. But I wanted to start off with the cheapest. Now this is Prosacea. Okay, now I actually just got all of the prices off of Amazon Prime because I have Prime. A lot of people have Prime, and so you may actually want to purchase it through there. So for the Prosacea, Amazon Prime is actually selling it for $8.88. And that is a medicated gel that's going to help with the redness, the bumps, and the irritation. And that's something that you can get over the counter if you can't get to a doctor and you're just trying to find any type of product. Because there's lots of products on the market. Not everything works for everybody, but you can probably find something that can work for you. Okay, the next one is going to be a company that I really like, the First Aid Beauty Company. And this is going to be their Anti-Redness Serum. Intensive therapy. Actually, they have a lot of really great products, this company. And that one is coming in for this at $28 on Amazon Prime. And then the most expensive one that I'm showing you, because of course I don't have every single thing, and obviously I don't know exactly what a doctor would prescribe for you, because what a doctor might prescribe for me might be different. You just never know. That's why it's important to see your doctor. Okay. So the Cicapair. Now this I've wanted for years. It is a slightly greenish, okay, it's tiger grass, and they have everything from serums to gel to facial mists to creams. They even have a kit that is $42. That's the rescue kit, and it's small travel size bottles of everything that they actually produce, this company. And so that whole system will work in tandem to help calm down your inflammation in your different areas. So here's the thing, the Cicapair is not cheap. That's why I haven't bought it. So the rescue kit is $42, a jar is around 50 some. So I haven't gotten around to it, but I would like to try this because I've heard about this one specifically for years. And I have heard a lot of great things about this company and their products. So this would be, if I had worse issues, I definitely would have to invest in that. So, okay, like I said, I am going to list everything down below, what you need to do, and also what you need to stay away from. So let's talk about what you need to stay away from. Excuse me. I'm a little hot here. You can see, rosacea isn't just on your face. It can be right here in your chest. Now, that's where I've had it more. I have it here, here, and here. But, okay, so if you have, like I said, food allergies, do that elimination diet if you can't afford to go and get a blood test or the pricker test that some dermatologists still do, but I had a blood test. That's how I know my food allergies. And I absolutely do believe in the whole body solution because I have seen it in myself. When I eat something that I'm allergic to, I will have a flare-up. I will break out all in here as well. It will mimic hormonal issues, and even though it's not, it's a food issue. I will also get very tired, very cranky. You really don't want to meet me if I've had a whole bunch of wheat. I am not the nicest person. So I have to stay away from that. So I encourage everybody, try the elimination diet or just keep a food journal. That way you know, hey, I ate this today, guess what, I had a flare-up tomorrow. Bam. It's not rocket science. It's just keeping track of what's happening to you. So you need to avoid alcohol and caffeine, especially because alcohol and caffeine brings blood to the surface. It dilates your blood vessels in your veins, making it worse. Okay, you need to watch out for sugar and processed foods. So we know what those are, sugar and processed foods. Okay, you need to be careful of your dairy intake. Again, that is going to come into play if you keep a food journal. It might be dairy-based. You never know. They thought that I was allergic to dairy as a child. Boom, I had the blood test. I'm not allergic to dairy. I'm allergic to every other thing they told me to take. Soy milk, can't drink it, was drinking it. Who knew? The blood test told me. That's who knew. Okay, so then the last but not least as far as the foods go is fried foods and trans fats and hydrogenated oils. So basically, let's be real here. It's staying away from the middle aisles in the grocery store. You need to be eating fruits and vegetables, high quality proteins such as salmon, get grass-fed beef, whatever, what have you. It's something that you need to look to see what you like, what your dietary restrictions are, but you need to eat more vegetables, not deep fried vegetables, because a French fry, it's a veggie, but you deep fry it and it's full of sugar and starch, not your friend. Okay, so you need to watch out for those issues when it comes to the food. So as I said, to recap, wear sunscreen, keep a food journal, try talking to your doctor. You may not even have to see the dermatologist. You can just go to your family physician and, say, okay, yes, I know what's going on here. I know how to treat it. Let me help you. And you can get on with that because your doctor will help you decide what's best for you. And also, I wanted to talk about some of the support that there is out there. Okay, so one is the National Rosacea Society here in America. They're going to have a ton more information than what I'm giving you today. I'm just scratching the surface. It's actually a very complicated skin disease that can't be handled in just a really short video, but I'm just kind of going over the main points because I want everybody to know what they're talking about. Because as I said, see your doctor. It could be acne, it could be hives, it could be psoriasis or pityriasis. I gotta be honest, I don't know what pityriasis is, but I know what psoriasis is. So next, I wanted to give a website. Now, her name is Talented Lex, like Lex Luthor, but she's better than Lex Luthor. Okay, so it's going to be www.talentedlex.co.uk because she's from London. And what she is a London beauty blogger who has severe rosacea. So when you go on her blog, she's saying, I'm kicking rosacea's butt. And she has it very bad. So her website seemed to be amazing to me, to not be a doctor, but be a person who has rosacea, severe rosacea at that, and is handling it in the ways that she is. And so I'm going to be putting down her website as well below because I want you to go follow her, at least check her out, because she is going to be able, you're going to say, I'm not alone. I'm not the only one that has the issue. Because let's be real, self-esteem issues when it comes to our face, especially women, and men suffer from the same thing. Why shouldn't they not want to look good, right? Everybody wants to look their best, no matter who you are. So self-esteem issues, you want to head this all off at the pass. This is something that has to be managed through your entire life. It's not something that is ever going to be a magic pill or a genie's going to come out of somewhere and be like, bing, you don't have rosacea anymore. It is what it is. So I actually wanted to talk about products that you use. Try and get some products also, especially if you wear a lot of makeup. Let's say you're using your Pure Minerals or you're using the Bare Minerals, but you still need to get that off of your face. You're going to want to try and find fragrance-free products because the fragrance can be really irritating. And I do like to recommend European products because they are generally fragrance-free and they have less carcinogens, aka skin irritants, as well as carcinogens. Carcinogens are cancer-causing. We don't need any more of that. So you want to check out the European companies. I personally prefer La Roche-Posay. They are my favorite. And I have actually seen, between using my Duval spin brush, which if you saw my video a couple days ago, I hope you get it. There's an awesome 70% discount. The code is on that, so you're going to have to check that out. Between using that with the softest spin brush and my La Roche-Posay, I actually have eliminated, I would say, about 30%, 25 to 30% of the redness that is naturally occurring in my cheeks. So, I hope you got something from this video. And thanks again, Art. I really appreciate your idea, and keep them coming. If you have any issues you want to discuss about, questions, comments, please leave that below, and always hit thumbs up, subscribe, and the notification bell. And I'm just going to say thank y'all for hanging out for a few minutes of your day with me, and y'all be blessed and be good to each other. Bye.